Hello, Aries, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your 2020 forecast. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Like, share, comment below. Helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. I'll also have monthly videos as well, and mid-month videos, okay? So I'm just going to quickly explain how I'm doing the layout, all right? So I've picked 3 different cards from 3 decks for each month of the year, all right? The Tarot of the Cat People is what's going on the surface, and then the Tarot of Thoth is what's going on beneath the surface. Sorry, just putting my sage out. All right, and then I pick a Mystic Mondays card also for each month for your advice card, okay? And of course, we have the theme of the year. So what's going on in the surface for the theme of the year is we've got the Page of Wands. And Wands is a fire sign, as you are, so it's likely you, but it could possibly be another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius influence. The Page is often a messenger as well. Messengers were dutiful, they were committed, they were reliable, dependent, a trusted, loyal friend or partner. So what this represents is that there's going to be a big message as well. Also, that you are surrounded, or that you are that, or both, are very trusted, dedicated, loyal, reliable friend or partner, okay? Also, as you can see, the wands are illuminating and ridding away the darkness. So there's going to be a bit of illumination, maybe some discovery and awareness, okay? So new information as well, all right? So that is your theme of 2020 on the surface. Now, let's see what is beneath the surface. So you might not quite see that this is happening, and I love it. Also, my boyfriend's an Aries, so yay. So we've got the 2 of Cups. We've got love. This is partnership, connection, commitment. Both people equally giving. There's no power struggle. These 2 people genuinely want what's best for the other person. They have the other's best interest at heart. Okay, they're both giving and receiving equally. This could possibly be a very deep friendship. It could also be it's a very deep, nourishing, emotionally nourishing relationship. Okay, it could possibly be family member. It could be a friend. All right, but for most of you, it is going to be romantic. All right. Also, Cups represents a water sign, so it could also be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence in your life as well. So that is your major theme for 2020, what's going on beneath the surface. And let's see what our advice card is. We have the Magician. You are mighty, you are powerful. There are so many things that maybe have previously made you feel disempowered, that you felt like life's happening and is not under your control at all. Well, the Magician is telling you that for 2020, you can get everything that you want. You can get everything back in control in a way that's very positive, that you can tap in to the deeper nature of Earth and the universe to manifest whatever you want. In 2020, you are in pure manifesting power. You need to recognize that. You need to act on it. You need to focus on that, okay? So create a vision board, because you will get what you want. Write down a list of short-term, long-term goals, because you will get what you want. Have a gratitude journal. Be grateful for the things that you have, and then think about the things that you want to build on the things that you have to get more of what you want in the future, okay? Talk about what you want. Journal about what you want. Whatever you need to do, you need to be focusing on what you want, because you will get it in 2020. I promise you. You are a powerful magician. You have infinite power in the universe. You have everything in balance. I'm talking about all aspects of your life, okay? So that is your big advice card, your main advice card for 2020. You are magical, okay? So let's see what's going on for January, what's happening. On the surface, we have got the 7 of Wands. So Wands represents a fire sign, potentially Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so it's most likely you. You're picking a goal, you're picking a new direction, you have experience in this before, you get help from friends when necessary, but you're deciding where you want to go when it comes to something that has to do with your direction in life, potentially creativity, things that are spiritually fulfilling, all right? But just something that maybe makes you feel like you have a purpose, okay? Right? And so you're picking a goal. You may not necessarily start, but you are in preparedness to start this goal in January. Underneath the surface in January, we have got the Empress. Okay, so this is It could likely be you, especially if you are a female, all right? Because the Emperor is an Aries, so I look at the Empress as a female Aries, all right? It could also be, even if you are a male, right? Just getting more in touch with, you know, love and beauty and enjoying life and enjoying the good things in life and nourishment and taking care of yourself and taking care of others, okay? Because there is power in that, in taking care of others, all right? And taking care of yourself. That's where you get your power from. So that's what's going on underneath the surface. Just enjoying life, that nourishment, that power, okay? Love, beauty. Now, your advice card for January is, we've got the Three of Pentacles. So possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Work, work, work. That is your advice for January. Focus on your work. Focus on what you need to do, your goals. Move forward on that. Hard work. It will eventually pay off, right? But right now, you need to work, work, work. That is your advice for January. For February, what's going on the surface? We have got the Ace of Cups. Again, possible water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. The Ace is always a new start, okay? It could be a new relationship if you're single, all right? If you're in a relationship, it's like the replenishment of a relationship, you know? All relationships, for them to be successful in the long term, need constant replenishment. It's almost like, you know, if you're single, you're getting a crush on someone, okay, or they're crushing on you, or you're both infatuated with one another, okay? Maybe you meet someone and you just completely hit it off, all right? But if you are in a relationship, this could be almost like you're getting a crush on your partner again. You're beginning to love them even more. Like that love deepens, and you know, it's very emotionally fulfilling, okay? And it's really, really nice feeling. So that is what's going on the surface in February, all right? What's happening beneath the surface? We have got another ace, another new start. We've got the Ace of Discs. The discs, possible earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, okay? But just a new start with infinite potential of where you want to go when it comes to where you live, when it comes to finances, investments, abundance, material wealth, things like that. So we've got two aces in February. That's an awesome new start, okay? And that totally makes sense because on the 9th of February, we've got a super moon, all right? That's a super intense moon, all right? And that's also in Leo, which signifies big changes, letting go of the old, and you might need to rest a little bit, but we've got two aces in February. You're definitely letting go of the old. Absolutely fantastic, okay? Now, what your advice card is for February, we have got the moon. This could also potentially be a Cancer influence, all right? But essentially, your advice is to just reflect, all right? To reflect, to think about, like dive deep into your shadow, okay? And just a little bit of inner work, you know, don't be scared of your own shadow, all right? Look into the part of you that maybe you've suppressed, okay? Because there's good and there's bad things that we suppress within ourselves. You need to do a bit of reflecting in that regard, okay? So dive deep this month. And I think that's what's going to help bring about these positive new starts in February, all right? So in March, okay, we have got on the 22nd of March until the 1st of July, we've got Saturn in Aquarius. So the 22nd of March, you're really going to want to think about beginning to organize for the future, clarify your goals, maybe find a group of people that you really feel like you belong, and just remember that your present determines your future. So you need to really be thinking about your present moment. That's your astrological advice. Also, we've got a super moon on the 9th of March in Virgo. So you really need to learn to manage drama, power struggles, gossip, change. There might be a change to your social life. You need a bit of rest, downtime, and make sure you don't give up hope in love and friendships, okay? And what we've got going on the surface in March, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So the Pentacles, possibly an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. So what's happening on the surface? You're helping people. You're really good at it. There's a lot of people that are needy, all right? I mean, it could be animals. It could also be the environment, right? But you don't necessarily have a lot, but you have enough to be comfortable, and you still have a lot more than other people, and you're happy to give. You're happy to share, you know, in what you do have, okay? So you might be helping people. Honestly, it could be helping out a friend, letting someone crash on the couch. It could be lending money to someone, all right? It could just be like feeding someone, all right? So you're gonna be helping a person or a group of people. It could be donating to a charity, all right? It could be a lot of things, but essentially you're helping people or animals or the environment like around you. Okay, that's what's happening on the surface in March. What's happening beneath the surface in March? We have got, yay, the 10 of discs, all right, also known as pentacles. So again, possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, but what's happening beneath the surface is you are gaining wealth. You are lined up to have lots of wealth. You will get a lot of wealth, okay? So that's very, very positive. Yay! And your advice card for March is, we've got the 3 of Wands, all right? So Wands, again, a fire sign, so it's possibly you, but it could also be another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius influence. You want to think about like where you want to go in the future. Look at your horizons. Think about your goals, where you want to go. Yeah, so you're really going to want to focus on that in the future, okay? Think about where you see yourself and what steps you need to get there, all right? That's your advice card for March. All right, for April, we still have Saturn in Aquarius, so you're still organizing for your future and clarifying goals. Also on the 8th of April, we have got a super moon in Libra. So a super moon is like a super intense lunar eclipse. And essentially with the super moon in Libra on the 8th of April, there might be a little bit of old baggage stirred up. You need to let go. And it might have something to do with like old patterns related to home, family, and boundaries, okay? And just remember, it's never too late to create a safe and comfortable home life, okay? So that is what I see astrologically for you in April. What I see with the tarot cards, we've got, this is what's happening on the surface. We've got the Knight of Wands. Again, fire sign, likely you. It could also possibly be another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You have a goal. You're moving forward with it. You're using your intuition, okay? You're using your spiritual energy, moving forward with it a little bit more than your logical mind, okay? But you have a goal, you're moving forward with it. It might have to do with the goal that you picked in January with the 7 of Wands, all right? So that's absolutely fantastic. This is what's happening on the surface. For April, what's happening beneath the surface, we've got the Knight of Swords, all right? So possible air sign influence, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? What you need to be careful of, all right, what's happening under the surface is you might want to move forward without thinking rationally, okay? You might want to rush into things, okay? And you might be kind of trying to hold yourself back a little bit, but your advice in that regards when it comes to rushing into certain decisions or into certain situations, okay? Or jumping to conclusions, rushing to certain saying or doing things to people, right? Your advice is the King of Swords, okay? So again, possible air sign influence, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So your advice is to be a little bit more mature, a little bit more methodical in your decision making, okay? Not to rush into it, to think things through, okay? To use your rational thought. So just take a little bit of time to think, even if you feel like I need to get it done, I need to do it, I need to do it, I need to do it, I need to do it now, even if you will likely have that sense of urgency. Your advice for April is to just take the time that you need to make a calm, objective, collected, logical, rational decision, okay? And that has to do with your goal. All right, for May, again, still Saturn in Aquarius, so clarifying goals. Also in May, we've got a supermoon on the 7th of May in Scorpio. So you need to intellectually handle your emotions. You don't suppress your emotions. You just need to maybe express them by journaling and things like that, all right? All right, so what I see on the surface for May, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So this is a possible earth sign influence, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There is a choice you need to make, okay? That's what's happening on the surface. You are presented with a choice, all right? And what's happening beneath the surface, we've got the Hanged Man. So you might feel that when it comes to this choice, that you are powerless, that you don't really have, maybe you didn't want this choice. Maybe this choice, you feel that it's forced upon you, okay? Even if it's by a person or just a situation, okay? You might be feeling like you want to not make the choice at all. Delay, avoid, but you feel like you're stuck, all right? So you might feel like you're getting nowhere and you're stuck, okay? But your advice for May is we have the Six of Wands, all right? And the Wands, fire sign, you're a fire sign. So likely you, but it could be another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, all right? Six of Wands is telling you to do is you will be victorious. You will win. You will end up like winning this, okay? So you might feel like you're stuck with this choice, but you will win in the end, okay? So just make a choice. Make a choice. You will win no matter what. All right, now for June, again, Saturn's still in Aquarius. Also, we are coming up to the end, in May, a Venus retrograde started in Gemini, okay? So it might, between the 13th of May to the 25th of June, there might be a little bit of difficulty in relationships and maybe a bit of need to improve the communication, okay? Yeah, but essentially, so that might have something to do with the choice, but I don't really see that because I don't see any cups, okay? But the retrograde ends, the Venus retrograde in Gemini ends on the 25th of June, okay? So just be careful during that time, all right? Also in June, we've got a moon eclipse in Sagittarius, all right? So this is actually a time where there can be a lot of difficulty in your personal relationships, but sometimes you can also see that in the outside world, okay? There might be more natural disasters. There might be more wars and battles happening. And you also might want to, but you might also want to feel a little bit free. You might be a good time to go traveling. And also potentially being careful about money. And yeah, so that's your main thing. So you might want to travel a little bit as well, all right? Also in June, on the 21st, we've got a solar eclipse, an annular solar eclipse in Cancer, okay? So anything that's undone from the past, spirituality, and in regards to connection to the divine, it will come back in your life, okay? And you'll need to deal with it. This could also be a major life event, all right? So if anything comes up in June, just know that it was always there. It's just come up to the surface because you're now ready to deal with it, all right? It's not like it's come out of nowhere. It's come from within you. It's always been there, okay? Now, what I see what's happening on the surface in June, we have got the Magician, all right? And also, that is your theme for the year. Yay, two Magicians. Awesome. So, and you know, this card can sometimes be positive or negative depending on the surrounding cards, but the surrounding cards are positive. Yay, so it's good. So absolutely having everything in balance in your life. I think that's when your magical manifesting power is totally going to peak, all right? And that's going to be great because I think in May you're going to be feeling a little bit stuck. By the time you get to June, you're getting everything in balance. Everything is going the way that you want. You're thinking about what you want. Things are just coming to you like that, all right? You're in tune with the universe. You're in tune with the earth and the nature, all right? Things are going well in all aspects of your life. And what's happening beneath the surface, we have got the Four of Wands completion. So again, the Wands, I mean, it's a fire sign, so it could possibly be you, possibly be another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, okay? But it's not necessarily the completion of like a huge life goal, but it's like a pretty big deal, right? So something's been completed, something's come full circle, and yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And that has everything to do with your magical manifesting power in June, all right? And your advice card is the Knight of Wands. So that's just to continue to move forward with your goals, you know, which you picked in January, and you're thinking about it more in March, and you're really being successful in May, even though you think that you might not be, but you will. And then in June, it's just kind of focusing a little bit more on your goals and maybe rushing into things. So in April, I was saying to, you know, hold back and think a bit more logically and rationally about your decisions. The Knight of Wands is telling you to go, you can rush into things a little bit more. You can go more, you can tap in more to your intuition and go more based on what your intuition, rather than with having to step back and think about things emotionally, okay? Also, the Knight of Wands tends to have a good sense of humor, so maybe you'll be cracking jokes a bit more in June, all right? Okay, so for July, let's see. We've got on the 1st is the last day of Saturn in Aquarius, okay? And then also in July, we've got a moon eclipse on the 5th of July in Capricorn. So there might be a massive emotional release. There might be some intense relationship issues. You may have to focus a little bit more on yourself, finding emotional balance within yourself. Okay, so yeah, that's the moon eclipse in Capricorn on the 5th. So we've got on July, what's happening on the surface? We've got the Two of Wands. Again, Wands, fire sign, most likely you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. Again, a choice. You are needing to figure out what direction you want to go. It might have to do with this particular goal that you were thinking about in January. And really beginning to move forward with in June, the month before, all right? So you have a choice. Another choice in a different aspect of your life, all right? And what's happening beneath the surface, we've got the Princess of Cups. So the Cups, possibly a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, all right? So the Princess of Cups, this might be someone who's influencing your decision, okay? Because this tends to be, you know, a female, either the same age as you or younger, all right? Could be a male who's really feminine, but most of the time it's a female. And, you know, she's someone who's very sweet and very sensitive and just a really sweet-hearted, tender-hearted female, okay? And definitely thinks a lot about others, cares a lot about others. So that's the type of influence that's happening beneath the surface. So this person might influence your decision, okay? And your advice card is... we have got the Queen of Wands, again, a fire sign. So most likely you, possibly be another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. We've got so many wands in your reading. So I really see a lot of spiritual energy, especially in the first half of the year, okay? But your advice is just to, you know, be that strong, warm person that you are. And maybe if there is like a female who, you know, is, for example, this is the type of mother who is going to, who maybe has been a bit, if it is a mother, it could be the type of mother who has maybe been a little bit up and down emotionally, but it has more stability these days, or it could be a woman in that regard. Someone who's very powerful and strong, gets what they want, and they can be such a positive force for change. But if you oppose them, they might get pissy, okay? Very, very strong, powerful female energy. Definitely the type of person that gets what they want. Definitely does, you know, care about people, but not afraid to step on people's toes to get what they want, okay? So that's your advice, is to just, you know, I think you're gonna have to make this decision more for yourself than for someone else, whatever this decision is, okay? All right, in August, we have got, oh, I don't see any major astrological activity in August. Let me just check once more. All right, so what we have on the surface, we've got the Seven of Swords. Again, the swords could possibly be an air sign influence, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right? So what's happening on the surface is someone might be a little bit closed off, all right? But there's someone else that they're letting into their life. So they've kind of got their walls up, they've got their guard up, but they're letting someone else into their life, okay? And that's good, in my opinion, right? But you're being very careful and very discerning because you or this other person has their defenses up for a good reason. Obviously, they need to become defensive because of previous past experiences, okay? What's happening beneath the surface, okay, so this might be you. What's happening beneath the surface, we've got the Hermit card. This could also be a Virgo influence, all right? So what's happening beneath the surface is you might be kind of retreating a little bit from social events, maybe not communicating with people that you normally do. This is a time where you are retreating a little bit and just thinking about, there are different ways to gain spiritual knowledge and enlightenment and wisdom, right? But in August, what's happening beneath the surface is you are doing that in solitude without the distraction and influence of other people, okay? And that's okay. But your advice card is the 8 of Pentacles. So possible earth sign influence, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So your advice for the month of August is to maybe dive deep into whatever creative endeavor that you do. If you are, an artist, or if you're a writer, or if you dance, or just anything that you do to create something. So just dive deep into that. And it does seem like with the Hermit card, you are going to go into a little bit of solitude, right? But you can actually be very creative and very artistic and produce things that, who knows, might make you money one day. We do have the Pentacles, okay? So just dive deep into that. Focus on that, all right? And it's something you enjoy. All right, September, on the 9th of September, Mars goes retrograde in Aries. So your physical activity level is not so good if you are in Aries. So please do not start new projects, okay? So in September, do not start new projects, okay, until after the 14th of November, when that Mars retrograde in your sign ends, okay? Also, anything else in September? No, so that's the main thing, the Mars retrograde in Aries, all right? And especially don't start money-related projects. All right, in September, we have got rejuvenation. It's almost like you are reborn, new start. You're like a cat with 9 lives, all right? A fresh new start, no baggage, being born anew. It's a complete rebirth. It is amazing. It's like getting rid of your baggage, getting rid of those old shells, getting rid of that old snake skin, and just feeling so fresh and new and alive and ready to enjoy life again, okay? So very, very positive card. What's happening beneath the surface, I think I know where this rebirth came from. There previously was disappointment. We've got the 5 of Cups, disappointment. This rebirth actually came from you being disappointed by someone who betrayed your trust. They may have lied to you. They may have been manipulative. They may have left you without warning, okay? So this is, you're reborn. It's really hard to go through the difficult things in life, okay? But that's how us humans tend to become enlightened, tend to become reborn, okay? So this is what's happened beneath the surface for you to have your rebirth, your new life, a fresh new start, okay? So everything happens for a reason. I know it's really hard to hear sometimes, but if you just give yourself that kick in the butt you need, you can start new and start afresh, okay? Because obviously whatever caused this disappointment in love and something that was very emotionally difficult, okay, obviously it wasn't working for you, otherwise it wouldn't have ended up like that. Your advice card is the Emperor, and I love this one because you are the Emperor, Aries. Be strong, order in your life, structure, power, just you are such a powerful person, and just completely own who you are. You are strong, you are powerful, and that's your advice, to just essentially be you. Fearless. In October, we still have a Mars retrograde in your sign, so definitely please try and start exercising, okay? Again, just a reminder, do not start any new projects until this retrograde's done. And we have a blue moon on the 31st of October in Taurus, okay? There might be some difficult conversations. There might be some confronting issues. Make sure you're still eating properly, because you might be doing particular activities that aren't so good, like unhealthy eating and things like that, to kind of avoid certain situations, but you actually need these certain situations to actually have the conversations needed to move on. All right, so what's happening in the surface in October? We've got the sun. This is amazing. Maybe it'll be good weather where you are, hopefully. So the Sun, just one of the best cards in the deck. You know, we've got growth, we've got this beautiful union, a beautiful partnership, growing together. It could be traveling the world together, moving forward together. It could definitely be in a partnership, romantic relationship, really special connection with a friendship or a family member, right? But it's just really positive, growth, rejuvenation, new starts, okay? Reckless ambition. That's what's happening in the surface. What's happening below the surface? We've got the Three of Discs. So possible Earth sign influence, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it seems that this has taken a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work sometimes to have these positive things happen in your life, whether it's relationship or just growing in many different aspects of your life and things working out okay. Definitely taken a lot of work, and that's, if you hadn't done that work, then this wouldn't be happening, but you have. So well done. This is your advice card. We've got the Eight of Swords. Possible air sign influence, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Your advice card. You might have this massive blind spot. You might be having a little bit of tunnel vision, and it's something that ultimately you've done, right? It could have been influenced by experiences of other people, right? But you have decided to make yourself blind to a certain situation, and you're not. And what the Eight of Swords is telling you to do is to bring awareness to that, okay? Very important to bring awareness to that. Take the blindfold off. Look at the parts of you and your ways of thinking. Maybe you're stuck with a certain mindset and it's not really helping you. Maybe there's more perspectives, more opportunities that are right in front of you, but you're blind to them and you're refusing to see them, okay? This can also be someone who's very stuck in their way of thinking and their belief system. It could be an unhealthy dogma. So the Eight of Swords is telling you to look at different perspectives, okay? And just because you think a certain way doesn't mean it's true. All right, in November, we finally have that Mars retrograde in your sign ending on the 14th of November, okay? So afterwards will be a better time to start new projects, and I see you'll probably be a little bit more physically active, okay? All right, that's a major activity happening in November. What's happening on the surface? We have got the Four of Cups. May have to do with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. There's grief, there's loss, there's sadness, there's regret, there's trauma, there's fear, okay? You feel like whatever emotional connection you had before that you will never have again, okay? So there is some sort of an emotional loss, right? But whatever happened, there's always hope. There's that upright cup. It's just that you won't necessarily see that at the time, because you do need to move through the stages of grief. So there's some sort of a loss of an emotional connection, and it really sucks. That's in October. What's happening beneath the surface, however, we've got the Two of Discs change. It could possibly be an Earth sign influence, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Look, this loss in November sucks, and it's painful. However, what's happening beneath the surface is positive change. Things coming to balance, more stability in your life, okay? Positive change. This was actually needed. Whatever happened, it needed to happen, okay? And consciously in November, you're not going to be aware of that. You're not going to believe me, but trust me, positive change is what's happening beneath the surface. And we've got another two. So I really feel that this has to do with a relationship with someone, two people, right? This is your advice. However, we have got the Two of Swords. The swords could be a possible air sign influence, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? When the Two of Swords is an advice card, it's telling you that if there is conflict with someone else, right? And obviously there might be, conflict, okay, with this card. That you really need to just take a breather, take a step back, take a moment, okay? Because rushing forward into this conflict is going to make things worse. It's going to make both of you more stuck in whatever perspective and thinking that you have. So your advice for November is to make sure that you at least take a breath, right? Take a bit of time, make sure that your mind is calm, that you're thinking rationally, calmly, and objectively before you continue to move. But this is saying, take a break, take a breather. You need to make sure that you're not mentally stressed, okay? And in December, Let's see, what celestial activity do we have happening in December? Aha, okay, so Saturn is in Aquarius again on the 17th of December. So again, a new time to start again, organizing your future, clarify goals, okay? Making sure your present is a good foundation for your future, all right? Also, starting on the 19th of December, we've got Jupiter in Aquarius. So especially for you, Aries, we've got a social life improvement, okay? So that's absolutely fantastic. You might be going out, doing more things, making more friends, hanging out with family a bit more, etc. On the 21st of December, we have the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Remember this one for when I read these cards. When Jupiter and Saturn, like they're the big giants, right, in our solar system. So when they are in conjunction, there are enormous shifts in power and fortune. Huge. There is potential for explosive change, whether it's good or bad. And now that's not just in your life, that could also be in the world. So there might be a heck of a lot of drama in your life starting on the 21st of December of 2020, but also in the world, you might see it beginning to play out, okay? Also in December on the 14th, we've got a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. So there's gonna be a focus on relationships, but Mercury is in the same house, so communication is good in that regard. And again, your life might be turned upside down, all right? So it seems like there is a heck of a lot going on for you in December, right? And this is what we've got happening on the surface. We've got the Eight of Swords, okay? This is a possible air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone is stuck in their way of thinking, okay? And remember, your advice card for October was also the Eight of Swords. That's stuckness. Someone is stuck in their way of thinking. They're not budging. They have decided this is this and I'm not moving. It's just being stuck in your way of thinking, but there is someone else patiently waiting, right? They know this person. They love this person. They care about this person. This could be you. It could also be someone else, right? But someone else is waiting until they decide to just relax a little, release a little. That person is there for you, okay? Or you're there for that person until they decide to just let go of these mental blocks, okay? And what's happening beneath the surface, we've got the Death card. This could also possibly be a Scorpio influence, all right? So the Death card in this deck is the end to something. It doesn't necessarily mean actual death, okay? I don't exactly see that. It could be, right? I got this card before and then my grandma's cat died, so it could even just be something like that. But I see, this is what I see, okay? Someone is super stuck in their way of thinking, okay? This is the end to it. This is the end. This is the end to that, okay? And I don't necessarily see it as being the end to the relationship, all right? Because your advice card is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups could possibly be a water sign influence, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, okay? He's flirty. He loves to love. He's romantic, okay? So your advice card is to be romantic, to flirt, to be genuine, right? And you know, this is what's going on underneath the surface for your theme of 2020. We've got the Two of Cups, love. So we've got this love. We've got this replenishing, amazing, nourishing love, okay? All right, so I hope that was helpful for you. And if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe. I have videos every single month. I'm gonna try and do some more weekly videos as well, where you pick your own destiny card. And I hope you have a great 2020, and comment below what you thought of the video if it resonated. And if you'd like a private reading, you're more than welcome to email me at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. Have an absolutely great and blessed year. Love you so much. Bye.